Hey everybody, Dave here. Today I want to compare Microsoft Active Accessibility and Microsoft UI Automation in Blue Prism, comparing version 6 and version 7. I am specifically concerned about comparing the speeds between the two. There is more than just the speed that I would want to talk about. For example, that there's no match reverse in UIA, but there is in AA. But that's not the focus of this. I think I might make another video for that. In this video, I want to talk about the change that was made as of 7.4, where now UIA actually benefits in terms of speed from using match index, whereas prior to that, the only benefit of match index was for uniquely identifying an element, but it didn't help you find it any faster. So quick mention about like the differences between these. If you weren't already aware of this, active accessibility is an older legacy way of having accessibility in applications for screen readers and stuff, for people who have disabilities like vision impaired or whatever. UIA is the newer way. They both still work, and Blue Prism exposes both of them for us to use, but you may not actually see active accessibility when you interact with the browser. So I'll talk a little bit about that later, but just recognize that these are two SPI modes that we have available in Blue Prism, and that AA is the old way, UIA is the new way, even though we can technically still use them both. So let's look at both of those in version 6 and then switch over and use the same object that we created to work in version 7 as well. So I'm going to build an object in version 6, and then I'm going to move it over into version 7, and we'll compare the speed differences between the two. So I've got the browser, Microsoft Edge, and Blue Prism 6.10.1 open. So let's create an application model. I'm just going to leave the application name the same. I'm choosing Windows application. That's important here. I know we're working with Microsoft Edge, but if you go to browser-based application, you won't have active accessibility as an option. And it is possible to use active accessibility here, but you have to temporarily choose Windows application, spy something in active accessibility AA, and then change your application type back to browser-based, and then you can continue development elsewhere. But I don't know if I'd super recommend that, but it is possible. So in this case, though, I am making this object be Windows application so that I can use both SPI modes in this object at the same time. As I was editing this video, I realized this part is slightly unclear for people who are not familiar with Blue Prism development. Just so you know, these two SPI modes that I'm comparing in this video, UIA and AA, are only two of the possible options. Other options are like Win32 for desktop applications, and there's also browser mode, which is a very fast way of interacting with browsers. So you're going to see in this video some really slow response times, but just recognize that we generally don't use these modes for automating web pages. It's just that it is a viable or a valid way to do it. But if you choose these modes, they're a lot slower, and there have been a lot of improvements to UIA in 7.4.1 to make it much more viable for using it on a web page or any application with a lot of elements on it. Just wanted to point out that you're not going to see browser mode in this video, and I don't want anybody to think, oh my goodness, Blue Prism is just really slow in all cases. No. We don't normally use these SPI modes for what I'm showing in this video. Okay, my application will already be running because it's running over here. Now, for you, you might have to launch the browser with the accessibility flag, force render accessibility, but I didn't have to do that. Accessibility is just working for me automatically, so I'm not worried about that. I'm going to make my window title asterisk, Microsoft asterisk Edge. And then the Windows process name is going to be MS Edge. Click next through to the end. There are a few different elements that I've chosen to work with on the page. I've chosen the C# article because it's pretty long in Wikipedia, but not excessively long. So you can see I'll just scroll a good bit. There's a lot on this page, and we can just use the different text on the page as like different elements, even though you might not normally do this way. But because I think if I were going to read this page, I would just read the entire text and then parse it inside of calculation stage or a C# code stage or something like that. But this shows spying elements anyways. So let's create a few different elements. I'm going to start with UI automation. I'll name this C# because it's like the name of this header. UIA. I'll do active accessibility next. Name this one C# AA. And I'm going to come back and highlight these later, so we'll verify that they actually work in a bit. I'll go to the active accessibility one and uncheck a lot of these. In version 7, this gets a lot better. You don't have so many checked initially by default. This looks good enough to me. Just to be clear, when I say this looks good enough to me, I do just mean for testing. These are not best practices. Do not follow what I'm doing on here. Let's create more elements. I'm going to scroll down to sort of the middle of the page and find one. Let's go with Hello World. Hello World. Hello World. And I'm just going to go copy element mask on this one up here for UIA and then paste element mask. And what that's going to do is change the attributes to have the same kind of attributes selected without changing the values. And then copy AA. Oh, I didn't spy this one. Paste element mask. Okay, so that looks good. And then let's go to the very bottom and we'll go with sources. Oh wait, what am I doing? Paste element mask. Oh no, we want to copy element mask here. Paste element mask here. All right, so now let's go through and test each of these to see how long they take. I'm going to time each one, and what I might do is just cut out the amount of time it actually takes so that you don't have to wait for it, and I'm going to tell you how long each one actually took. So let's look at the C# element, which is very close to the top of the page. We're in Blue Prism 6. First, let's check UIA without match index. Nine seconds. Now AA without match index. 15 seconds. Now UIA with match index set to 1. A little less than 9 seconds. AA with match index set to 1. Less than a second. Now just to see what the time would be, let's set match reverse to true for AA. This is something that doesn't exist for UIA. We just don't have that as an option. I'm hoping one day they add that, but for now we can't test that. So I'm going to hit highlight on this one. So AA with match index to 1 and match reverse to true. $15 seconds. So I think what we can assume from this is that if we were to use match reverse for an element that's on the other side of the page, then that's effectively like not using match index at all. Blue Prism 6, we're looking at Hello World, which is about halfway down the page, maybe a little more, and we are using UIA without match index at all. It's about 9 seconds. Now let's use AA without match index. It was about 15 seconds. UIA with match index set to 1. About 9 seconds. AA with match index set to 1. About 7 seconds. Okay, so AA for Hello World, a little bit down the page. Match index 1, match reverse true. 7 seconds. We're looking at this sources element. It is almost at the bottom of the page, not quite at the very bottom. UIA without match index. 9 seconds. AA without match index. 15 seconds. UIA with match index set to 1. 9 seconds. AA with match index 1. 14 seconds. AA with match index set to 1 and match reverse set to true. About a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds. We are in Blue Prism 7.4.1, and we are looking at this C# element at the top of the page. UIA, no match index, 8 seconds. AA, no match index, 15 seconds. UIA, match index 1, less than a second. AA, match index 1, also less than a second. We're in Blue Prism 7.4.1. We're looking at this hello world element that is about halfway down the page or a little bit more than halfway. UIA, no match index. Between 6 and 8 seconds. AA, no match index. 16 seconds. AA, match index, match reverse true. 15, 16 seconds. Of course, we expect that to take a long time because we forced it to go from the bottom of the page. UIA, match index 1. Less than a second. AA, match index 1. 7 seconds. AA, match index 1, match reverse true. 8 seconds. We're in Blue Prism 7.4.1, looking at this sources element. UIA without match index. 8 seconds. AA without match index. 15 seconds. UIA match index 1. About a second. AA match index 1. 14 seconds. AA match index 1, match reverse true. About a second and a half. Now, this UIA element finding sources with match index 1 in like a second, maybe like a second between 1 and 2 seconds. And this element at the very bottom of the page, that made me go like, wait, what? I don't expect it to be that. That doesn't, what? So I tested it on some other elements. And let me show you this example. I'm going to hit identify on UIA for this element. And let's just test this with match index 1. You'll see it takes a good bit longer. And my assumption is that they must have changed sort of like the algorithm or the way that the hierarchy of elements is traversed to make it be what they consider to be more efficient. And it might just be more efficient overall. I'm not really sure. It does seem like it's faster than before. And even if it's like a, 10% increase in speed or something like that, that's still worth it. So like this takes 5 or 6 seconds for this to be found with match index 1. And if I could turn on match reverse for UIA, then I could find this sources in easily less than a second by having it start from the bottom of the page. And it's super common that where in the page something is. So it would be very, very useful to have match reverse for this. And in this scenario, to find Joseph Al-Bahari, this you could find in less than a second with UIA if you could turn on match reverse true. Given that I can't, and I can only do that with active accessibility, I can turn on match reverse true and match index 1, and I can find that within, okay, wait. We got to test it. So child, let's do, all right, so we've got like normal attributes and then match index 1, match reverse true. And this, I think, is going to find it within a second or two. Yeah. So faster to find this element using active accessibility compared to UIA, simply given the fact that I have the option to search from the bottom of the page. And I suspect they're going to add that at some point, and they just haven't done it yet. And maybe we need to request it. Maybe they're not aware that that's something that would be really useful. But overall, I'm guessing that we would find different weird results if I tried different elements. Now that I realize it matters how high in the hierarchy it is. And maybe it's because I think there's an algorithm called like breadth first search versus depth first search. And maybe before UIA was a depth first search, and now it's breadth first. So if you have an element you're looking for at the top, you'll find that a lot faster than you would find one that's way down at the bottom. I'm not sure. Totally a guess, a conjecture. I haven't asked anybody. And if somebody who works at Blue Prism hears this, like, feel free to correct me and be like, no, it works like this. But I haven't asked, so I'm just making a guess. Definitely we can see that UIA is faster now than it was before. Something else that I want to go ahead and point out is I'm only using the basic application modeler. There is an enhanced application modeler, which is much prettier to look at, but I just haven't done that. And it actually makes it a lot easier to check things like to do this and see what's the time to identify. It tells you exactly. But the reason I didn't do this is I wanted to test it exactly like I tested it in Blue Prism 6. And I just wanted to point out, just to give it, to say, hey, this is fair. This thing is possible to use. So there you could see like 2 seconds for this sources, even though it is like searching from the top of the page using match index 1, right? Like that. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out. It is a thing, and there's a reason why I didn't use it in this case. So I just wanted to make sure that Blue Prism developers could be aware of how this functions, and then also do some testing myself and potentially give feedback to Blue Prism on it. And really the only thing I have right now is I think that match reverse needs to be added to UIA. But I guess as a secondary suggestion, and I guess this is maybe a little hard, but it would be nice if write stages and navigate stages and stuff like that had a built-in wait stage in it, so that you could say, hey, look for this element, and then when you find it, do this thing with it. That way we don't have to do a wait stage, which waits 5 or 6 seconds for an element, and then separately having like a navigate stage or a write stage that uses the same element, but it now has to re-find it in the object model. So just some thoughts. And let me know if I got anything wrong here. I really was just like, I had an idea, and so I just wanted to look into this, and I may have totally missed the point, or I didn't do this testing properly. If anybody feels like that's the case, let me know in the comments, and I will like maybe try to do it again, and maybe I can make another video correcting myself. I don't mind if it turns out I'm wrong. I really just want to know as much as I can about the product and share that knowledge with other Blue Prism developers so we can all kind of just be better. All right. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.